Hi, I'm taking a look at our assignment on Aristotle's virtue theory. And in week 2, worth 12 points, we have a couple of discussion board activities. One is moral exemplar, virtuous role model. The other activity is values assessment. So where to find those? First, let's look at the role model activity. You go over to the discussion board. And when you're in discussion board, you'll see moral exemplar, someone who inspires you to do the right thing. Due by November 1st, midnight. Could be a family member, friend, someone famous, maybe a movie character that motivates you. But now you may have many people in your life that inspire you and are role models in a very positive way. But for this paper, just choose one person to write about. I recommend you write it on a document first. That way you can easily check for grammar and spelling. Then once you're satisfied with it, you can copy and paste it onto the discussion board. About 100 words. That would be at least one paragraph. I want to know who the person is, a little about the person, and importantly, how this person inspires you. And to be clear, someone who inspires you to be a better person. Okay, you click on it. You can reply to the one that I did, for example. You can reply to enter it, or if you want to just create your own thread, it's fine as long as it's all in this particular forum. As long as I can find it in this forum, you're good. Now the next one, the values activity. What is a value? Values are those inner standards from which you receive the motivation to act as you do, and by which you judge behavior. Values signify what's important and worthwhile. They serve as the basis for moral codes and ethical reflection. Individuals have their own values based on many aspects, including family, religion, peers, culture, social background, gender. Values guide individuals, professions, communities, and institutions. When you have a value, it shows up in every aspect of your life. You don't just talk about having honesty and integrity, you live it. You spend time and energy on developing your honesty and integrity. You associate with people who also value honesty and integrity. You make sacrifices, money or otherwise, to live by your values. Now I'll show you the worksheet that you're going to be doing today. So this worksheet, which you can print it out if you want to, but if you don't have a printer, that's fine. You can just take notes in your notebook. Values, choices, priorities, what's important to you. There's a list here of things that you can check off. Being honest, having meaningful relationships, long, healthy life, speak up for my personal beliefs, financial, comfortable life, be trusted by others. So there's all kinds of things in here. You go through it, note a few of them, and then come down with your top 4 or 5. And then at the bottom or in your notebook, you write down, of these, what are the top 4 or 5? Then once you've noted it, you go to the next page. So for example, what if one of them was a financially comfortable life, number 20? Then you look at the next page. Well, what does number 20 correspond with? Number 20, financial security, money, and status. What if one of the ones you checked off was 14, a long and healthy life? Then you scroll down. Well, what does 14 correspond to? 14, health, personal safety, and security. So again, you checked off the ones that are meaningful to you. Then you see what it corresponds to in terms of value characteristics. And you note it there. Based on this brief assessment, what are the values that are important to you? And then from there, we're going to talk a little more about that. You're going to share this in a discussion when we meet on Wednesday. We're going to talk about how it came out, what you think about it. And then in the discussion, when you write about it, you're going to take it to a little bit higher level. You're going to talk about, okay, yes, it came out that family is important to me. And then you're going to give an example from your real life to show that family really is important to you. You might say something like, yes, family is so important to me. In fact, I visit my grandmother every weekend. We spend time together. We cook together. Or maybe it comes out that financial security, money, and status are important to you. Be like, yes, that's very important to me. And the way that shows up in my life is I have a savings account and investments, and I make it a priority to save money and invest. You see what I mean? So you're going to assess your values, but then in your discussion board, you're going to say how your life demonstrates that these values are important to you. So it's not just talk, you actually live it. Okay, I'm going to stop the video now.